What's up guys, Solid Malik back here, and today I'm going to be doing my second LEGO Marvel Superheroes Age of Ultron set review. This is set number 76030, Avengers Hydra Showdown. This includes 220 pieces and is recommended for ages 6 to 12. It retails for around $20 US, it's a pretty good piece per price count there. So looking at the box right here, we do get a nice action scene with Thor chasing down this Hydra Henchman right there, and Hawkeye on the Avengers Jeep, I guess. So that looks pretty cool. Then look at the back of the box, just showing some more action features, showing the super jumper. Now you can destroy or disable the Hydra's little buggy. So there's your look at the box. Now let's take an up close look at the set. And here's a completed set. Now let's take an up close look at the figures included. So here's Thor in his Age of Ultron armor. This does look really cool. It is pretty different from the last Thor that we got, which was actually a comic variation, and before that we did have another Thor from the first Avengers movie, but this one does look a lot different, and I think this is the best one we've gotten so far. I do like the metallic gray they've used in this. It does look really cool. It goes all across the printing on the torso and on the back of the torso, and his arms are molded in that metallic gray plastic, so that looks really cool. His legs are not printed, which is a little bit of a disappointment. I was kind of hoping we'd see more leg printing on this figure, because it would give a lot more detail, and there's quite a bit of detail on his legs in the actual film, so I was kind of hoping we'd see some leg printing. It's a little bit disappointing that we didn't see it here, but other than that, the figure does look really cool. On the back right here, we do have the new style of capes, which do look really cool. They're in this new fabric, so it does not bend, and it will come back to its original shape no matter how much you move it around and whatnot. So if I go like that, I just let it go, it's going to come back, and it's not going to get stuck or folded like the old ones we got. The old ones were kind of like paper to me. Like if you put it into a vehicle or whatnot, it would kind of be ruined, and it would not look like a cape anymore. So these ones are really cool. I'm really happy that LEGO stuck with these ones. They look a lot better. But on the back printing right here is pretty much a continuation of the printing we see on the front, just going on through the back, which does look really accurate to the movie as well. The hairpiece for me does look a little bit strange. I think it might be a little bit too light of a color for Thor or the actor who plays Thor. I think the hairpiece should be the color of his facial hair that we see right here. I think that would have looked a lot better, but they went with this really bright yellow, which does look a little strange to me. But if you can get over that fact, then the figure does look really cool. And then he is using the Mjolnir hammer right here, which is just as great as usual. It's the same old mold that we've seen a few times before with the last Thor figures, but other than that, this figure is pretty cool. And yeah, so there's your Thor. By the way, I did forget to mention this, Thor does actually have a secondary face. Sorry, just knocked the whole figure off. But he does have a second face right here, which is just an aggressive version of the regular face. But yeah, so you can have him using this face as well. So the next figure we see here is Hawkeye. He's the one exclusive figure in this set. He's a pretty big Avenger, or he's one of the main Avengers, so if you're trying to collect the whole Avengers team, then you're going to want to pick up this set just for this figure. Looking at the figure here, it does look really cool. I'm happy that they changed the hairpiece from the last Hawkeye, as it does look a lot more accurate to the actual actor who plays him. And the torso does look really cool. I do like the red that's going throughout the figure and the printing there. It does look like a tactical type sweater or something like that, and tactical army-like leg printing. It does look really cool. I'm pretty happy with this figure. But the back printing is pretty simple and a continuation of what we see on the front pretty much. We do get red arms right here. One thing to point out, he does have one gloved hand, I guess. One hand is in a black plastic, which is pretty accurate, as he does have wear one glove on the arm that is using the bow. So that's pretty cool that they included that. But one thing I thought they were missing in this set was a quiver for Hawkeye. It does look a little strange that he has a really nice bow here that you can see. It's a compound arrow right here. It does look pretty cool. We see this in a black mold. We've seen this before, but it does look really cool. But the one thing that we didn't get in this set is a quiver, which is kind of strange. I mean, I guess now he only has one arrow, so he can only shoot once, which looks a little bit weird. They could have put the regular arrow or the regular quiver in a black mold and put it on this figure. That would look really cool. I kind of wish they would have done that, but it's a little bit disappointing that they didn't. But other than that, the figure does look really cool. Right here, he does have two faces. He has this one aggressive one with his goggles right there, and then if you turn around, we do have a regular Hawkeye face, so without the goggles. So this is just like an expression, or kind of an angry face. Either way, he is pretty angry on either one. But other than that, the figure does look really cool, and I'm pretty happy with this Hawkeye. I think it's a lot better than the last one. I'm just a little disappointed we didn't get a quiver along with this one. That would have made the figure perfect. But yeah, there's your look at Hawkeye. And the final figure we get in this set is a Hydra Henchman. This is not exclusive. He is also in the Hydra Showdown. It's a lot larger set, but this figure is not exclusive at all. He is pretty cool though. It does have some really nice camo printing sneaked in right there underneath the armor. I thought that was really cool. It does look really nice in the little Arctic camo. But this figure is pretty basic and pretty simple. There's a lot of this gold printing, which does look really nice. And he has a pretty cool looking visor right there, which could be used on other custom figures and whatnot. But this figure is pretty basic. He does have a secondary face, so if you flip that around, you can get a secondary face. Actually, it's not a secondary face, more just of a back portion to the head. I don't really know what this is because we haven't really seen these characters in the trailers or whatnot. I mean, they haven't really been officially released yet, so we don't really know what this character will look like in the actual movie. But this does look really cool. The printing does look really nice. We do a Hydra logo right there, which is also pretty sick. But the figure is pretty nice looking. From what we can see in the trailers, most of the Hydra henchmen are just wearing like some outdoor Arctic clothing. I guess this is not supposed to be one of those. I guess this guy's trying to be more of like a next level soldier or something like that, using more advanced armor and stuff like that. But it does look pretty cool, and it's a pretty basic figure. But there's your Hydra henchman. So for the main build in this set, we do get a Hydra Buggy, which does look really, really cool. You can fit the Hydra soldier in here. It does fit pretty snug, nice and snug in there. To access him, you do got to move this, I guess, light or flashlight right there, and then lift this up right there, and then you can seat him in there. He does fit pretty deep down in there, as this vehicle is pretty low to the ground as well. So it does look pretty cool. I like this vehicle. The headlights right here look pretty nice. It's really low to the ground and pretty sleek looking, so I do really like the whole look of the whole vehicle. But on the back right here, we do get a metallic silver engine piece, which is also pretty nice, and then we do get these suspension bars, adding extra more detail, and some axle pieces, just giving detail throughout the vehicle. And we do have this one large antenna piece, which does give some more detail and realism to the vehicle. There are two plate features with this set. One is a shooting feature, and one is a destroying feature. I'll show you the shooting feature first. It's pretty simple. It's just one of those stud shooters right here, and then all you got to do is just press down on the little pin on top, and then it'll fire like that. So that works pretty good as usual. The second feature is you're going to need to use a super jumper, which they do include in the set. Then use Thor to knock this over, which I'll be showing to you right now. So the second play feature, you're going to get Thor on your super jumper right here, which is also included in the set. Then you're going to need to disable this vehicle, you will need to take this flashlight part right here and move it downward, which will kind of loosen this whole turret portion of the vehicle. Then you're going to need to place it over there, and what you're going to want to do here is just pretty much launch your super jumper at the turret so it can knock it down. I just hit it, but it did not fall down. I guess I gotta go a little closer. Let me try this again. And I went straight over. I kind of suck at using these super jumpers. Let me try again. I hit it, it's not going down, but let me try. There we go. That was a perfect hit. But yeah, so you can just do that and disable the vehicle, which is a pretty cool play feature. As kids and whatnot can have a lot of fun with that. But yeah, there's your disabling the Hydra vehicle play feature. So for the second build we get here is an Avengers Truck, which is actually pretty accurate to the movie. It was seen in the Avengers Age of Ultron trailer 2. We did see Hawkeye and a bunch of other Avengers jumping out of this vehicle. So it is, this will be in the movie, which is pretty cool. And it does look really accurate to what it's trying to be. We do get some Avengers logos right here on the hood of the vehicle right there. And then there's another sticker on the back just showing the license plate. But this vehicle does look pretty cool. The main play feature is these two flick fire missiles you got on a rotating turret kind of thing going. So you can flick those, I guess. These are pretty basic, like that. You can just shoot them. But you can't fit one figure in here. It's a little bit unfortunate for such a wide vehicle that you can't fit two. You can, if you move this panel piece, I guess you could fit two. But for right now, I just got Hawkeye in there. It does fit in pretty nicely. There's also like a sunroof, I guess, so his hairpiece does stick out a little bit. The whole build of this vehicle was really nice. They used a lot of cool building techniques, or not really cool building techniques, but a lot of detailed pieces to add more accuracy to the vehicle. Like right here, we do get some inverted or some curved regular 2x1 bricks. They kind of like show suspension, I guess, and in the vehicle. It doesn't have actual working suspension, but it kind of just simulates it. We do get some like grill pieces right here, which do look pretty cool. Then we got the fence right here with the front lights, which do look really accurate. Up top here, we do actually have a fence piece with a bunch of clear studs put into it, kind of showing some lights. So that was a pretty cool build, I guess. But and you can put the bow for Hawkeye on the side, which is also really cool. So so you don't have a bunch of extra accessories lying around. And on the other side, you can put a walkie-talkie, which is pretty cool. And then on the back, I guess there's kind of a trunk. If you could lift this off, there's quite a bit of space in there. So, and there's a pretty big, there's pretty massive windshield right here. So I guess you could put anything else. For now, I'm just gonna put the bow, but you can put it in there, and I guess you could store whatever you really wanted to in the back there. So it kind of looks like a trunk, I guess. But yeah, this Jeep is pretty accurate and pretty cool. I guess kids could have a lot of fun chasing this against the Hydra Buggy. But yeah, so there's your Avengers Jeep, and it does it pretty cool. So before we conclude the review, I did want to show you guys the instruction booklet for this set. It's pretty basic, not too difficult of a build. It does go up, I think it's a 60 or 68 pager, 66 page build, so it is pretty cool. Showing some of the play features right there, and on the back showing an advertisement for the other Avengers Age of Ultron sets. I do have the Hulkbuster Smash. I'll be reviewing that one next, I guess. But so there's your look at the instruction booklet. And we also do get an a comic book for this set. I think this is in all the Avengers Age of Ultron sets, except for the smallest one with Iron Man. But it is pretty cool. It's just kind of showing all the sets and showing all the features kind of it. A pretty small storyline just going across all the different sets. So yeah, there's your look at the comic book, and it does have a checklist for all the characters right here. So that's also pretty cool. But there's your look at the comic book. So guys, my final thoughts on this set. I do really like this one. It's not the best Avengers set, I guess. It's a pretty low key set, but I do think if you got the Hydra base attack set, then you're gonna need to get this one to go along with that, because it's all part of the same scene, I guess, in the movie when they're attacking the Hydra base. This is just a little bit before that, but if you're getting that set, you probably want to pick out this one too. Also, if you're a fan of Thor or Hawkeye, you're probably going to want to pick this one up, because this is the cheapest way to get Thor. The other one is in the Avengers Tower, which is quite expensive, but for Hawkeye, it's the only way you're going to be able to get him in a set. So if you want to get Hawkeye, this is a pretty good set. And it's pretty cheap too. It's around $20, so I do think it's definitely worth it, and the build and whatnot is pretty cool as well. But that set is really cool. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, as I will be doing more LEGO Star Wars, a few more Avengers sets reviews, and I mainly do Mega Bloks, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, and Halo and stuff like that. But I'll be reviewing a lot more stuff, so I'll see you guys next time. Peace.